玛莎拉蒂是一个什么样的品牌？
Maserati is a brand that has a very long history. When your history is so long, you have to look at the main traits that has been with you for all existence of the brand.
那您觉得玛莎拉蒂品牌它是一个什么样的调性？
We do have some characters that have been with the brand forever. Innovation, sportiness, challenge the boundaries, jump always to new things, be in line with the time, respectful of the people, both in the company and outside the company. And this is the main traits.
欢迎收看新一期的《腔调》。这一期我们请到的嘉宾是玛莎拉蒂中国董事总经理薄家明先生，欢迎您。首先跟我们的网友打个招呼吧。
Hello everybody, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Mirko， 我们知道在中国生活了16年，在中国生活这么长的时间是一种什么样的体验？
Feels like a few months. The things are going so fast here that you don't really realize the time is going by. Seems like yesterday that there was nothing around here, and now look what we have. But this is true for every single city of China. It's amazing.
大概是多长时间没有回去到就是自己的家乡意大利了？
2 years ago.
我也非常喜欢意大利，喜欢你们的文化，然后历史、艺术，非常非常迷人。
What's your favorite place?
我去过一些城市，但不是全部，就是旅游嘛，比较走马观花。但是也看过一些，就是来自意大利的一些电视剧啊、一些艺术啊等等，比如说罗马啊、威尼斯、佛罗伦萨，非常非常喜欢，太漂亮了。米兰还没去过，米兰是您的家乡，对不对？出生在米兰是一种什么样的体验？这些米兰的艺术啊等等会植根于您的这个生活中、生命中，就是会有一些不一样的体验吗？
I would say that Italy is a very complex place.
对。
It's not, even though it's relatively small compared to China, every single region, according to the thousands of history, has totally different culture. It's not just, the difference is not just coming from the art, the architecture, but it's the architecture that comes after the cultural influences that history brought. For example, Milan used to be in the Middle Ages what is New York today. And that brings a certain kind of culture that is basically unique to Milan and unique in that part of Italy. For example, my high school was classical high school. So I studied history, literature, architecture, philosophy, all the humanistic disciplines. That was my major in high school. Then university I went to economics, but my base is humanistic. And the funny thing is that when I go to Italy, when I went, now I don't go since 2 years already, when I went to Italy with some of the dealers, of our dealers here in China, I am a very good tourist guide because I can bring them around and explain some details that otherwise if you go there by yourself you will never appreciate.
所以说您会在日常工作中会经常去过中国的很多城市吗？会跟各地的经销商去交流、去沟通，怎么样更好的传递意大利文化，然后在这个基础之上把我们的车卖得更好吗？
These kind of things cannot be explained. You can convey by action. I do travel a lot of cities in China because we have 60 dealers. So basically we cover all the major cities. I try to be myself. That's the only way that as a person and a brand, the best choice you can do. You have to be yourself without caring too much about what the other thing, but of course you have to be respectful of the local culture and the local regulations. But you cannot put a mask. Put a mask on yourself, both as a company and the brand, is extremely tiring and cannot last very long. You cannot be liked by everybody, but the one who like you, they really like you because you are yourself.
所以说，出生在意大利就是天生就是这么具有哲学的这种思辨性啊。那您觉得玛莎拉蒂品牌它是一个什么样的调性？您希望中国的消费者，在中国的消费者心中，玛莎拉蒂是一个什么样的品牌？
Maserati is a brand that has a very long history, 107 years old, and when your history is so long, you have to look at the main traits that has been with you for all existence of the brand. So you look, in a word, you have to look at the brand DNA. So what is the Maserati brand DNA? We do have some characters that have been with the brand forever. Innovation, sportiness, challenge the boundaries, jump always to new things, being in line with the time, respectful of the people, both in the company and outside the company. And this is the main traits. Normally they say that Italy is a house of, is created a lot of brands. Even in car business we have many good brands, and very often people put us together with other two famous brands like Ferrari and Lamborghini. They say Ferrari, Lamborghini and Maserati. They say the two kings and one queen. So Maserati is the queen. So there is I would say is a sporty queen among the Italian cars.
所以说我们拉到最近这样一个107年历史的品牌，那么接下来，比如说从2021年开始，玛莎拉蒂品牌有哪些新的产品、新的东西会带给我们中国的消费者呢？
It's a very exciting times in the car business because we are experiencing a very big change that will bring the previous generation of cars to the next one. One of the main characteristics on which the company has been working and investing since a while, obviously, is the electrification. So already last year, yes, with the Ghibli, we started our path into electrification with the Ghibli. We announced also at the Shanghai Auto Show this year the new Levante hybrid that is going to be launched in the market at the end of September. So that's a step-by-step approach into electrification. This will bring, of course, we have the MC20 that is, let's say, it was launched with a traditional engine, but we'll also have an electrified version with a 100% BEV. And then next year we're going to have the Grecale that will actually be launched towards the end of this year here in China. Next year also we will have the first 100% BEV car that is going to be the new Gran Turismo, 100% electric. So I would say, when I say the innovation, this is what Maserati stands for towards electrification.
您的孩子们喜欢玛莎拉蒂品牌吗？以及您在做这个品牌的过程中，如何让中国的更年轻的孩子们从比较小的时候就对玛莎拉蒂品牌有一个印象或者是认识，就是把这种文化传递到更年轻的一代中去，就是你有什么办法或者是想法、做法？
Yes, my daughters and my kids in general, they love Maserati. My boy also loves cars a lot. Even though in China, Maserati is already has a customer base that is much younger than the rest of the world, we are trying to go even younger. We are trying to make the brand attractive also for a younger generation. And this is also the reason why we started pushing on the electrification quite fast, because we know that the young generation are all pretty much environmentally conscious, the impact, the carbon footprint, and so that's also the direction that we decided to take. How we did this specifically in China? In China we saw that the culture is growing a lot towards these influencers group of people, And even though it's very difficult finding the right influencer, so it's very complex and it's actually quite risky, I think we've been quite lucky because we managed to find an enthusiastic influencer that loves the brand. This is Chen Wei-ting, and we developed a lot of things together, and the more we work with him, the more we realize that he's a young lad. He's bringing a lot of new ideas also to the brand and the way we approach that category of potential customers.
您觉得陈伟霆先生有没有为玛莎拉蒂带来更多女性用户的关注，以及有没有让你们的订单中增加了更多女性的车主呢？
The percentage of female customers for Maserati has been consistently very high. It's about 40% of our customers are women. Just to give you a comparison, in the rest of the world is 5%. China 40%, and there is the explanation to this is that there is a very strong design and fashion element in the Maserati cars that is appreciated a lot by female customers. So let's say more than bringing new female customers, he reinforced our positioning or as a brand that is very suitable for a female driver too.
我们的这个 MC20也是在9月份的时候会正式开始向中国的车主交付，是这样的一个情况吗？那未来就是您对这个超级跑车，然后在中国的这个发展有什么样的一个预期？
MC20 is a statement. It's a statement that Maserati conserves its racing DNA. In terms of volumes, we basically sold the 2 years allocation already. But for me, it's more important to see the cars on the street because, as I said, that's clearly a car that embodies the full Maserati spirit. This is the major importance of these cars. Of course, there is also a very high level of customization on that car, so we will be able to show through the taste of the customer that Maserati can also be customized to suit your preferences. And this is a fantastic car. I'll make sure that you have the chance to test drive one as soon as we get it here, because it's really, really amazing.
非常感谢，我特别荣幸，但是可能我的驾驶技术有点驾驭不了它，所以说想问一下这个密尔可先生，就是刚刚提到返回的上一个，就是您怎么样看待中国的职业女性和你们意大利的有什么不一样吗？您在日常生活中会接触到一些，包括车主也好，什么这个也好，因为我们有40%是因为可能中国的这几年女性是越来越独立，就是大家更倾向于自己去买一台跑车，而不是依靠别人去给我买一辆这样。
Well, I'm not a Chinese woman, so she can answer on my behalf. But the point is, I tell you what I see. The ladies that decide to buy the Maserati car are all professional ladies. They are all quite strong ladies. And successful, because Maserati is bought mainly by successful people. So I would tend to agree with the statement that yes, women are becoming more and more independent, more and more successful, and they want to enjoy life, using what they want, not what they tell them that they should like. But this is something that is already happening in the society because, for example, I give the example of Maserati China. In our company, about 70% of the staff are women. That's unique in the world, in the Maserati subsidiary. Maserati China is a female company.
然后咱们回到比较严肃的话题，就是定制化会是玛莎拉蒂品牌的一个很大的特色吗？未来我看到我们是有不同的版本，是不是未来交付给车主的每一辆玛莎拉蒂，它可能都是独一无二的。
It's definitely possible. If the customer wants a customized car, the choice even today. The company has just newly created this program called the Fuori Serie that allows the customer to customize basically every detail of the car. The program is being launched, is being developed, and it's working already.
其实三叉戟品牌在中国消费者心中的这个影响力还是非常大的。我也相信未来玛莎拉蒂品牌在中国会有一个更好的发展。最后再问Miyako一个题外话，就是我们知道意大利的文化这些是非常璀璨的，包括我在内的许许多多的中国人都非常非常喜欢意大利的各种文化呀、艺术。那么Miyako在中国待了16年之久，对于中国的传统文化中的一些东西，有没有自己比较喜欢的，以及为什么喜欢？
Your history is amazing. What you have as monuments in this country can be valued even more than it's already valued. The spirit of the people is seen throughout the development of the history, and I really love going around China and seeing something. You have, like Italy, you have things that are so deep in the meaning that in other younger countries they would build huge museums to give value to even the small things in China. You go a small temple, you can spend hours appreciating that temple, the details, the history. You invented religion, you invented philosophy, the Tao, the Confucius, all the things that influenced the world directly or indirectly. So what I really appreciate of China is the depth of the people. It's not superficial, it's very deep.
感觉Miyako应该是对中国文化也有很多研究，感觉这个话题展开又可以聊很久。但是因为今天时间的关系，我们就暂时告一段落。下一次有机会的话，可以跟Miyako多聊一聊意大利的文化和中国的历史文化，这个是两个非常非常庞大的话题。那我们今天的这个腔调节目暂时就告一段落，再见。和玛莎拉蒂Miyako薄伽明先生的聊天是非常愉快的，让我万万没有想到的是他对中国文化的了解，但是也是意料之中的，因为他已经在中国待了足足16年了，并且有好几个孩子都在这个中国读书，能感觉到他对中国文化以及中国社会的融入程度是非常非常深的。那有他这样的经历，我觉得玛莎拉蒂品牌在中国的未来是更有信心了。虽然说过去因为产品啊等等的关系，可能经历了这样品牌的起起伏伏，但是在整个中国的豪华车市场在大幅这个上涨的这样一个情况下，玛莎拉蒂品牌未来它的电气化以及它的这个新产品的加持下，这个品牌的未来也更加让人期待了。然后同时它也会更加注重中国市场年轻消费者的这样一个培育。那这样一个拥有107年历史的意大利的超跑品牌，在中国这片土地上也一定会有一个更灿烂的未来。很多人都说意大利人是更加浪漫的，但是Miyako的身上，我觉得除了浪漫之外，更多的是严谨。他每天会有非常严格的 schedule， 包括自己健身也好、开会也好、工作也好，包括和自己的这个孩子的一个相处，都有非常严格的这样一个schedule。我相信一个真正成功的人，他一定是对自己的时间是有非常严格的把握的。那有这样一个非常严谨的人去执掌玛莎拉蒂品牌在中国的发展，那这个品牌的未来也一定更加让人值得期待。